Hey everyone, welcome back. Today I'm going to be doing something a little different than my normal videos. I am actually going to be talking to you about voting. Now I can honestly tell you I'm not much of a political person, I'm not much of a news person, but there are events that happen sometimes where you just have to get involved or you have to pay attention. This is one of them. So obviously I feel I need to talk about it. On Tuesday, this upcoming Tuesday, November 8th, we are voting for the president. The President of the United States will be decided. And I strongly encourage those of you who haven't already done early voting with your mail-in ballots to go to the polls and vote. Like, so many people are saying, well, I'm not going to vote because my vote doesn't matter. And it does. My grandmother, who hasn't voted in I don't even know how many years, is actually going to be voting this year. Like, that should tell you exactly how important this election is. This wonderful yet super stubborn lady is wanting to make a difference. And if she can do it, you definitely can. So I already voted. I did my mail-in ballot a couple weeks ago, and we hand-delivered it to one of the designated drop-offs just to make sure it got there on time. And I voted for Hillary. I'm strongly with her. I voted for Hillary because she's basically the only one of the two main candidates who's even qualified for the job. Like, the fact that Trump is a candidate just does not, I can't even fathom it because it's so absurd. Like, I don't know how he got elected for this. Like, I don't know how he got supported for this. Like, what the actual And what kills me is that people, even though they hate Trump, they will not vote for Hillary either. They'll go to a third party, which basically, I'm not gonna lie to you, it's basically like voting for Trump, because the less votes Hillary gets, the more Trump will get, because they're dispersing all of the third-party votes, and nobody's going to vote for the same person the amount of times we would need to overtake Trump. I'm actually worried. I'm truly worried, and I pray to God that it does not happen, because he is terrifying. Like, he is not the person I would ever want to have represent our country to other countries, or to have control of that much power of our country, like nuclear weapons and going to war, and just, how do people not see this? It would literally be like handing over our country to a 2-year-old. That's all I can think of, is just like a angry toddler and saying, oh, you're super qualified, run our country. And I mean, yes, Hillary has made mistakes. God knows we've all made mistakes. She has owned up to her mistakes. She has apologized. She has tried to make changes to fix those mistakes. And yet, somehow, she's constantly being attacked, whereas he has made millions of mistakes, billions of dollars of mistakes, and yet people are like, oh, he's great. He's so much better than Hillary. It's like, no, he's not. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to offend anybody. I really am not. Trump has made tons and tons and tons of mistakes, and he has not apologized for a single one of them. He has not tried to fix anything. He has not taken responsibility for a single thing. And what just amazes me is that he, during his entire campaign, has not provided any answers, like any solutions to any of the problems he's ever talked about. All he does is say, I'm gonna make America great again. Like, how? Like, he literally just goes, I'm gonna make America great again. I have great ideas. I've got the best ideas and the best people, and we're gonna make America great because we've got great ideas to make America great, and that's just great. Like, there's... What? What? It's literally like having a conversation with a toddler. In the debates, he just consistently was so rude and was just going, no, every time Hillary accused him of something that was actually true. He's like, no, no, wrong, no. Like, and then he stalks her like a shark, and Saturday Night Live did such a brilliant thing about making Jaws music to that, because it's literally what he did. She gave him his space when he was in the debate, but then when it was her time, he was constantly in the back just stalking her like a predator. Because, let's face it, guys, he is a sexual predator. There is proof. There are women accusing him, and he will have to go to court because of this. Like, are people not understanding this? He's even bragged about sexual assault. How is that okay for a president? Not even just a president. How is that okay for a person to think that's okay to brag about, to even consider doing? And I mean, he has not paid taxes. He's the only candidate ever in the history of every election ever to not release his tax returns. That's a red flag right there, people. We should be done. He also lost $1 billion, that's billion with a B, dollars in a year, and yet he's saying that he's going to improve the economy because he's such a good businessman. I'm going to let that sink in for a minute, because he's also said that his plan, which he still hasn't told us anything about, will end the EPA, which is the Environmental Protection Agency. That agency is what protects our air and our water for us. That is what makes it so we have breathable, non-toxic air. That is so we can have purified drinking water and not have to deal with poisons and toxins and everything else that is floating around in there. Donald basically is saying, I want you to breathe dirtier air and drink toxic water. Does he not understand what the EPA is? And why does his plan need to get rid of it? I don't know. And another thing he does, he denies saying things. He's like, on the record, I've never said this, even though he has said the exact same thing on the record. Like, there's actual video and audio proof that he has said these things, and yet he's saying, nope, that wasn't me. That's not me. I don't know what you're talking about. It's not even real that this candidate could potentially be president, because it's just unimaginable. It really is. Yes, Belle. I don't know if you heard that, but she meowed. She's like, yeah, it's crazy. Yeah. He is consistently promoting violence, racism, sexism. He has spoken horribly about the military and the mentally disabled, and he is talking about mass deportation, even people who were born here that have immigrant parents. He's talking about deporting. What message are we sending to our kids if we are promoting this bad behavior? Like, if we elect him as president, we are telling our kids it's okay to do these things. It's okay to be a racist. It's okay to treat women with disrespect. It's okay to be horrible to other human beings. It's okay to punch people in the face just because you don't like them. It's okay because you disagree with them, and this has told you it's okay. I'm sorry, but when he's saying punch them in the face, and people actually punch him in the face, and he's not taking any responsibility for it, it's like we've gone backwards thanks to him telling people that it's okay to be this cruel to people. How is that not crooked? How is not paying your taxes and foiling most of the billions of dollars that go to your charities to yourself not crooked? And yet, we're not calling him crooked. We're calling Hillary crooked, and she is not. She is right on target with everything she says. She has plans. She has given us full laid out versions of the plans so that we know what the heck she's talking about. She supports women. She supports race. She supports coming here for a better future. And if you are one of those people who feels that this election is rigged, there's no point in voting, that's not true. And if it is, then that's a horrible world that we live in. I honestly think we have the ability to make a change. And you do. Every single minuscule vote counts. So I urge you to go out there and vote. And if you don't vote for Hillary, that is your choice. And if you vote for Trump, that's your choice. If you vote for a third party, that is your choice. I'm not telling you who to vote for. I'm just telling you my opinions. So maybe you can make some sort of opinion of your own. And, look through everything. Look through all of the facts. Look at each candidate's perspective, what they stand for, everything that they've released, what they haven't released, what is going on. Just pay attention and make an informed decision. And that's what I did, and partially it's because Hillary represents the things that I want to see happen in America and continue to keep happening in America. I want women to have more equal pay, and I want things to continue progressing with the LGBTQ community, and I want my future kids to grow up in a world where racism and sexism and everything like that is not existent. I mean, it's existing, it still is, but she's trying to change that, and that is what I want to see happen, and that is why I'm voting for her. And she can rock a pantsuit. Who doesn't love that? This is going to be a role model for people. This is going to be a role model for kids. Do you want someone who is going to consistently promote violence and all these awful things? Or do you want someone who is willing to promote change and acceptance and freedom of speech? And I'm not here to tell you who to vote for. I'm honestly not. I mean, we all have the right to choose, and we all have the right to our opinions. This is just my opinion. The point is, I want you to get out and vote. That's really the only thing I ask of you. Anyways, thanks so much for taking the time to watch this. I appreciate it. Please don't post hate. It's just my opinion. You're welcome to yours. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. If you would like to subscribe, please do. Click that circle somewhere on here of my face. To see my previous video, click that little link as well. And I will see you guys next time with a more upbeat and happy video and less political. Yay! What should they do, Belle? Yeah, that's right. Vote! Boo! Boo also says you should vote. Yes.